Hello everyone, let's
Our latest
continue with
game, Star
this
Wars.
Planet Clip. Either way, Breeze going on with Aurion Legacy. And I forgot how long this might take. Either way, one thing that's going good. Made progress in the story, found a few choices, and learned that diplomacy is a lot more tougher with no real wins. So if somebody loses in it, so be it. Now I'm somewhere else, and I forgot why. Alright, Papa Be Boom. Interesting. So you're the one they sent to get us to sell the land. You can drop the offer, I'm not interested. Why? Let's just say I have friends in high places who don't want the king and his nobles to get any more money. So it pays me to hold up their little project. And more PowerPoints. And I also get a real kick out of bullying the other owners. The way the land is divided up makes them dependent on me. Why would I want to give up such a great entertainment? It's like the Koros gang. I'm going to talk to the other's owners. Okay. Hello, Matik. Greetings. The young lady you have with you is gorgeous. Are you from around here? Thanks, but no, I'm also from Isao. You are a wondrous blossom who, ahem, we're the diplomats. Oh, haha. Yes, of course. Did you convince the supervisor to be home to sell his land? He's refusing. Hmm. Tangi, I have no plans on. I have no plans to sell my piece of land, but I'm open to discussion. That. Er, why not sell it? I would love to, but I'm in debt to Bibone. He promised to reduce it. He promised to reduce it if I did what he said. You owe him that much to the point that he can dictate how you live your life. Bibone is paying for the education of my only son would who wants to be a Hekima. I sent him to Bolja. I sent him to the Bolja so that he could learn from the best. So to pay his education, the elder can help him. We can get an agreement with Bilandil. He'll ensure that Esau and his party will. He will ensure that his party looks after your son's education. Yeah, I know I'm kind of chopping it up, but whatever. They they can really do that. We're diplomats. We'll explain to him that you made a sacrifice for the crown, so the crown must do something for you in return. This will also help you get out from under Bibom's thumb once and for all. Okay, I'm in. If those are the stakes, I hope that I won't regret it. And soon he'll learn to regret it. Oh no. So far, everything seems like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. Gamal. What can I do? Bibom's determined to have me as his wife. He's going to wall up access to my land if I don't give it. I don't want to marry Bibom, but I don't want to lose my land either. Hmm. So, Bibom will never let me go. He ruins the lives of any man who's interested in me. He's too influential. Huh. We're diplomats. Other Bilandil can protect you if you give up this land to the crown. I have my doubts. Bibom is very influential. He can always get to me and make my life difficult. That isn't as bad as marrying him if you don't love him. At least the money from the land you can get a fresh start. You're right. At the task of being harassed, at least I'll be free. I'm going to sell my land and go away to live elsewhere, where he'll never find me. Mbada. Mbita. Hello, what can I do for you? My piece of land is poorly located. I can neither rent nor build on it. I've lived in poverty for quite some time. Boom. There's a new sentence there, but it stopped. Alright. We can find work for you. We're diplomats. We can help you get a job elsewhere. Where though? Bibone can have me fired from every mine. His influence reaches all the way to Kabulja. Other Bilandil is looking for dedicated people to join his party's campaign team. We're going to tell him that you gave up your land for a good cause. Work for the great Elder Bilandil? I would be safe in that case. Okay, I'll sell my land. That'd be boom. You know, I have to pass through his land in order to reach mine. He makes us pay a trump up toll each time, and we have nobody to complain to. Vandalize his land? No. You can escape Bibone's power if you sell your land and put it into his toll. But what if I don't get a good return? Instead of paying the unfair tax demand by Bibone, you'll be invested in your own neighborhood. I didn't understand any of that. He means with your savings, you'll be able to take care of yourself and your future. Ah, okay. When you put it that way, I agree to sell my land. Well played, right? Pretty and smart to boot. Once I've sell up, we could get a drink at Forlere Juice and Irene. Let's go. Enzo, are you jealous? Huh? It's over. You seem a bit bothered though. Something isn't right here. If we leave it like this, Bibom's going to continue bullying these people. We have to stop him once and for all. Yes, I understand. I think we can beat him in his own game. We convince them to sell. We can convince them to fight back again against this bully. You're starting to get the hang of politics, I'd say. Let's see what we can do. Hmm. We want Bibom to be punished for all the hurt he's caused us in our community. I'm a bit reluctant, but if you succeed in convincing at least two people, I'll join you. Okay. How can I help bring him down? Testify that about his threats, the little job, the little jobs he entrusted with you. Hmm. I have no proof. Rome doesn't send you Carlos with his astral mark on it when he threatens you. Good point. He entrusted you with odd jobs. There's nothing we can use there. Actually, yes. Once he entrusted me with a job, I had to go down into one of the tunnels under his hut to get something. I saw a ton of Orionites there that looked like contraband. That's good enough. Well, we'll show the hiding place to the guards. He won't be able to get away with this. Count on me to testify. I'm sick of seeing this arrogant man crushing others beneath his heel. Okay, so my own speaking pattern. I am so used to saying my own idioms and anecdotes that I am conflicting with the story's own dialogue. I need to do better. Testing. Testing. Mic. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Anyway. We want to bring down Bibom. Once and for all, are you with us? Not really. I just selling my plot has already brought a firestorm down on my head. But if all other sides will, if all others side with you, you can count on me. Oh, that's weird. Not weird, but it's a weird trading thing. We won't be bound to pay for everything he made you go through. How can you bring down Weebone? Prove he's a swindler, or prove that he's going to hurt you. It seems like Bibome is making people pay illegal taxes on his land. And what if we testify? What if you testify against him? The other who sent us will listen to you. Bibome has a lot of connections in the city. He can silence us in the blink of an eye. I don't want to go any further. If he has as many connections as you say, do you you know you now have connections as well? That's true. You are diplomats of the crown yourselves. Okay, I agree to testify against him. All right. We've convinced other people to unite against Bibome. In that case, count me in. I will testify about his harassment of me. It's all good. We have convinced the others to testify. In that case, count me in. And all right in front of the man of evil himself. Who do you think you are? Without me, you're nothing. Everyone here agreed to support Elder Bilandil and the King Mankata. The land will be given up. We're tired of watching you abuse the community. I'm going to make you live. I'm going to make your life unbearable. You're going to discover who really calls the shots. And I will make you pay for your insult. That's a promise. I don't think you quite understand the situation. They're all going to testify about before the council so that you'll end up going to prison. They'd never have the guts to rise up against me. You extorted money from me to cross your land. I'm going to tell the council that you come up with your own taxes. I am going to testify about all the times you threatened my son. I still have all the love letters in which you tried to threaten me to marry you. I'm going to denounce the illegal reserves of Aurionite in your tunnels. So, like I said, you're going to be spending a lot of time in prison. Okay, I see. You win, alright? But no need to go to the council with this. We can reach an understanding. I'll pay you and forget it, the entire story. I imagine diplomats also have needs. You met the wrong diplomat, sir. My own pleasure lies in seeing people like you disappear off into prison. You know, we weren't that bad as rookie cops. That was actually quite fun in the end. At least we learned something positive before returning to Zama. Yes, let's hurry and meet King Makata. We're truly grateful for how you helped us to get rid of this tyrant. We used some money. We used some of the money from selling the land to give to you this. To give you this. Thanks, man. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Cool. Report to Bolton. All good? Yes, we convinced all of them to sell. Another success, thanks to me. Definitely. We all convinced the others to testify against Boehm's illegal activities in the area. Amazing. Nobody ever seemed able to turn these people against him. He'll have to go before the council and will be put away somewhere where he can't hurt anyone. We just removed a huge thorn from Bilandil's side. She's going to name me diplomat too, for sure. Okay, so something tells me that guy is hiding something himself. Hell no. Hiring a professional drunkard to look silly on purpose and then knowing that he has every secret you have. It's just letting me think there's going to be some backstabbing even from the good guy's side. Or something like that. Anyways, give me a map. Okay, I gotta go back down to Billandil. But am I going the right way? No. And this side's cut off. Where are you? Dizongo. Dizongo. I'm in love with a girl from the district of the nobles. I don't know how I'm going to get to speak to her. Oh. Elder Ngomba. I am the representative of this district. This isn't too reassuring for my future in politics. Okay, I forgot about that guy. Alright, should be going in the right direction. No, I'm. Oh, I passed it. 2 children right there. We have finished with what you asked of us. Yes, I heard of Bummer's report. He told me that you handled it well. Our popularity has already increased in the city. Can we meet with the king now? The quicker we get home, the better. Why this bitterness? We didn't like having to make certain decisions. You said you were a king and queen and you have never had that much, never had to make such choices in your city? Dama is a little city. We don't have that kind of problems. There are, their people are less complicated. Hmm. That must be quite a strange people. Governing is a difficult task. Your job means making impossible choices for common good. Choices that no one wants to make, but it has to be done. Very few people truly want to be responsible for their own destiny. They would prefer to leave it to their guru, their kings, their Jew, or even their spouses. Well, you're young. You'll have time to understand if you live long enough. I'll give you a piece of the original stone, and you'll be able to go into the palace and talk to the king of Isao. Thank you. Wait, you seem to be nice young people. It's been a long time since I have come across people like you in this world, so I'm going to give you a piece of advice. In politics and diplomacy, information is key and nothing is free. For the king to help you out, you'll have to negotiate with the information that you have in Bodiop. Don't you don't do like you did with me, giving him all the information at once. Why are you telling us this? You remind me of the king when he had just been crowned, before the corrupt council had begun to destroy him. Perhaps he'll have faith in humanity once again upon meeting you. Helping you might help him see that he can, once again, positively change things. force of positivity. Back to this. Moig Bilaur. Bilaur. I don't know how to say that. Audience under the patronage of Elder Bilandil. Here is Enzo Coriodon, the king of Zama, and his wife, Queen Aurion Coriodon. We will hear you. You are speaking to the lords of the people of the rock, the king Eloric Mankara, and his queen Niama Mankara. Thank you for receiving us, king and queen, and thanks for also to the wise council of the city of Isao. We have traveled a long way to ask you for help. Our city, Zama, is currently under attack from an external power. We are here to ask you if you can support us with the part of your army, so that we can retake our city. Who is the assailant? Which tribe is attacking you? Zama has been attacked by my queen's brother. His name is Ngadaba Evo. He raised an army and claimed our throne. We can save by your jewel and the exile to Fugu. A family quarrel? Why would I send the sons of the rock to die for your family problems? What does Zama represent in the balance of forces in the world? If you help us, Zama will forever forget her debt to the Isao. You will never forget her debt to Isao. You will always be able to rely on our friendship. Rely on your friendship? Is this a joke? Majesties, our guests have come from a faraway land. Allow me to explain what is at stake, so that they can shed a light on their possible support in our interests. My time and that of my husband's are precious, Honorable Bilandil. I think that you have shown great disregard for the king and myself by introducing that kind of person in the assembly. Calm down, my queen. Elder Bilandil, please continue. Keep in mind that my respect for you is at stake. Thank you, noble king, son of the rock. I will be brief, my queen. King of Zama and Queen of Zama, have you heard about Ukungu Damu? It means the twilight of blood in the ancestral language. Breathing my spirit and my Aurion are vibrating. Is it because of those words? Why? Ukungu Damu represents the first days of our calendar, but to understand it well, we must go back 5,000 years ago, when the first men arose in the central continent of Kamboja. Three main tribes existed: the Wangas of the north, who lived in the heights, the Boljas of the midland and in the plains, and the Isao in the south, living in the crevices. The plains were obviously the richest areas of the continent. It was therefore easier for the Boljas population to grow. The Boljas colonized all the entire continent, forcing the other tribes to survive on the fringes. This unfair balance lasted for centuries, but then an event occurred which changed everything. The Aurion appeared in the form of the Umoja. The humans the humans could therefore craft boats, enabling them to dominate the oceans and the seas. The Boljas lost a big advantage in their domination of the continent. For centuries, the Wongas of the north and the Isao of the south were not able to communicate because exchanges were controlled by the Boljas in the center of the continent. Via the sea, the two tribes began to build relationships to enable them to survive and rebalance the power on the central continent. Okay. The Bolja decided to eliminate the two tribes by poisoning and starving them. Faced with this attack, the oppressed tribes had two reactions. Some built arches to explore the seas and find other lands. The others decided to rebel against the Boljas. There were not enough survivors to lead an all-out war. They attacked the Boljas civilians in small gangs to get their revenge. In response, the Bolja was incredibly brutal. In only one day, the entire Bolja army carried out a coordinated operation, a lightning genocide, to eliminate all the Wangas and the Isao on the continent. When the sun went down after this sinister day, the ground was the same color as the red sky. It was Nkungu Ndamo, the twilight of the blood. The Wangas and Isao who had survived the massacre were scattered across the other regions in the world. For centuries, everyone wanted to reconquer the central land of Boljad. Several times, the Wangas and the Isao formed an alliance against the central tribes. Sometimes the Boljas again wanted. Sometimes the Boljas again wanted to enslave the other tribes. Today, the world still bears the scars of these past battles. For example, centuries ago in Boldia, the Bolja enslaved traders captured Isaos to make them work in their Orionite mines. This is not ironic, King of Zama. About 20 years ago, the present queen of Boljas wanted peace. An Aurion tournament called Azubuya Makfira, meaning the dawn of forgiveness, is the ancient language. It was organized between the tribes. In truth, is that this peace is fragile. Each tribe watches the others, waiting for the opportunity to turn the situation in their favor or for vengeance. Goddamn. Today, there is also a geopolitical balance between all the tribes. Each has a stake in the concert of the nations. The Boljas are the most advanced people in Molja, and there have been highly organized armies, and they have a highly organized army. However, they have also exhausted all their Orionized reserves during this last century. The Isao have proved their ability to dig up the rocks. We have become the best Orionite miners. This obviously makes us a key ally for the Boljas. The Wasaos are a mixed tribe between the Wanga and the Isao. They live in the archipelago. They have established commercial routes which supply all the other continents. It is a neutral economic zone. The Wanga are scattered across the cold and harsh lands of the north. They experience a long period of instability and serve as mercenaries for others. They bear the greatest grudge against the Boljas. Some of the Wanga were tired of the conflict. They retired to the arid lands of the east. They became the Bawangas, the tribe of the griot who dedicated their lives to understand the true nature of Aurion. And they look like a gospel troupe. Okay. We are coming to the final point of this explanation. Zama is located in the continent of Odanez. Until now, we didn't even know that there was a city there. One city does not make a kingdom or a continent. What is this? What is your place in this history? Based on your physical appearance, you seem to be Bolja, but your behavior reveals that you are not from the central tribe. What is the place of Zama? I have never thought about it. Until now, I knew nothing about the outside world. Did Ju Nama send me here so that I can ask myself this question? We don't really know what to answer. That confirms what I was saying. They are useless to us. Next to the audience, please. They have already made us lose enough time. We have information on what is really going on in Boldiop. Boldiop? What do you know? We have proof that some of your council are enriching themselves illegally in Boldiop Forest. Lies. How dare you insult our hospitality, King of Zama? These accusations are serious, King of Zama. You better be sure of what you're saying. We will give you all the proof if you accept to help us. I cannot decide without having seen your proof. On the other hand, if what you have said is true, I will use all my power to support you. Do we agree? Yes. We will we will tell you everything and show you the astral memories of our Kalu. In this case, when the elders retire, I am going to talk with the King of Zama. All those who leave the city will be considered guilty. But, Excellency, this is a council assembly. We have to discuss. Several subjects to discuss for the well-being of the city. These accusations regarding the Bodhi are a rumor. You are surely not going to doubt the council based on these strangers' allegations. Darling, you should not alienate the council in these troubled times. We have already broken enough of our protocol for these people. It was not a request, but an order. You should not. Niami, you leave as well. I will stay in conclave with my bodyguard Malik and the King and Queen Azama until further notice. I listen to you. What have you said? What you have said explains many things. I have a final question. Why do you want to recover your throne? Is it thirst for power, money, or even honor? What is your motive? I could say that I want to recover my birthright, but in truth, I do not like reigning. The morning of my coronation, I considered myself unworthy of my duties. Then I walked in the city and I saw my people happy and everyone who believed in me. If I want to return to Zama, it is above all for them. The Zamians are my people and our family. You seem to have an ideal kingdom, a people who love you, a queen who supports you, and how are your elders? They practically educated me. They are the old guardians of the ancestral knowledge of Zama. They are very strict when they make me study the royal rites, but I have always known that they only wanted the best for me. Is everything all If everything was so perfect, why did your brother-in-law, Garba Ivo, attack you? Many monarchs are convinced that they are loved. They see they see their people through the distorted veil from their ivory towers. One day, their people rebel without them having seen it coming. We do not understand my brother's acts. He left a long time ago on the orders of the previous king to complete his legacy and return to Zama to help us reign. But the longer we are outside the city, the more we realize how complicated things are outside of Zama. Perhaps we understand him a little better at the end of our journey. I envy you. We're almost the same age, but you have more positive visions of a king's role. Now you mention it, may I ask a question? When we arrived in the city, most of the people complained of your unfair taxes. Why do you take so much? Unlike you, I haven't inherited an ideal world. I must manage many pressures at all levels. 2 years ago, the central pride 2 years ago, the central tribe of Bohas quadrupled their orders of Orionite. This was very good for business in Isao. We therefore intensified our work in the mines. I asked my people to pay more taxes because it allowed us to invest and sustain production. They supported me enthusiastically, but all did not go as planned. We needed to develop our mines. All the sons of the rock dug hard and for the prosperity of the nation, but suddenly the intertribal price of Orionite dropped. The Bohas decided to buy the Orionite at a lower price. I reacted by deciding to stop our commercial exchange. I thought that they would be short of Orionite and would return to negotiations. My people supported me at first, but when the crisis lasted, they were overcome by personal interest. personal interests. Every day were riots with workers calling for the reopening of the mines. The elders asked me to give up since Bohas appeared not to be in short supply of Orionite. I was forced to surrender to the detriment of our long term interests. Now we currently suffer from a trade imbalance with the Central Tribe. We work 3 times harder to maintain our lifestyle. I have increased the taxes so that we can open more mines. I open our borders to have more workers so that the city does not sink. Despite all my efforts, it was not enough. I was missing something. How were the Bohas able to survive our strike? No other tribe was capable of supplying the Orionite they needed. I began to suspect the existence of an illegal Orionite traffic in Isao. This black market must be run by the elders in this council. I did not have enough proof before you arrived. You have given me the missing piece of the puzzle, Bodiop and the Kodos. These elders make slaves work in the illegal mines. They sell the Orionite directly to the Bohas. I don't know if it's Bojas or Bohas. Either way, how can they betray their tribe so profoundly? I have stopped trying to understand the dark heart of men. I have lost everything in this political battle. My people see me as a tyrant and a liar who extorted their money. Of course, the corrupted elders encourage this propaganda. My council is divided. The friends of yesterday are my enemies today. Some have joined the cause of corrupted elders. Without a doubt, they want to ensure their survival after my downfall. What solitude? How can such a young man bear it? If Zama was so corrupt, what type of person would I have become, or been? Your queen does not support you? We need a PowerPoint for that too. Okay. Niami, I have lost her love too. She married a king, not a martyr. She believes that I have put us in danger for an ungrateful population. We have truly hurt each other during these last months. I speak only during the councils. Each of us thinks that it is the other's fault. This is probably true. When marriage fails, responsibilities are harsh. I hope that one day she will forgive me for my shortcomings. I at least have the opportunity to have all these elders arrested for corruption and change things. I would like you to help us catch them. Help you, but you seem to have enough soldiers. Yes, but to organize a large army action takes time. It could create panic in the population, which could be caught between two fires. Furthermore, I think they are already preparing their defense or attempting to flee the city. We must therefore act quickly. You will go with my personal guard, Malik Bilauri. He has my full trust. What do you think? I don't like fighting, but if we help them here, maybe we can return to Zama more quickly. So let's do it. We are with you, King Iloric. Well said, King of Zama. This is the start of our friendship and all our friendship between our two tribes. I would like to ask you to keep this between us. We have not yet finished. I advise you to prepare well and to return when you are ready for combat. Alright, so his advice is to buy things. Okay, it's not Marcus not too far away. Okay, this guy's gear. I just need health. And just in case, these are all about stamina, but do not know. Alright, so I'll go over here to inventory. There we go. Wait, yeah, it's there. Cool. Either way, just want to make sure that I don't forget. Alright, so we have tasks to do. What? Okay. Right. There's combat. So aside from knocking out my own mic and still having volume, good. Go and test this out. See what I can do. Got them high jumps. Alright, so I'm guessing this is going to be a test of my actual combat skill. Aloric, thank you again for your help, my friends. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's do this. I forgot to read that. Okay, I am lost. I'm guessing that, well, he's the Orionite, of course. And either the either the guard killed the king or the king wanted to kill him because he knew about the illegal dealings. Yeah, there was no dialogue there. Don't move, you're injured. Irene, Eloric. I'm hurt. Where are we? What happened? I don't know. We were going with King Eloric Mankata. His bodyguard, that Malik Belor, killed the king and then attacked us. I woke up here just a few minutes ago. That traitor. He's on the side of the corrupt elders. We have to get back to the palace. Perhaps Eloric is just injured. Enzo, we have to. The King's Slayers. Please, I don't want any trouble. King Slayers. Yes, we've been charged with the murder of King Eloric. He didn't survive his injuries. They dared to kill their king? We just have to go back there and tell Elder Bilandil the truth. Have mercy, don't kill me. I didn't steal anything from you. I don't want to kill you. Where are we and who are you? I am Ananias Odeo. We're in the prison mine of Boake. Prison mine. Strange that they left us our with what? Okay. Strange that they left us with our equipment. Okay. So let's be honest, this is a translation from another language. And my bad reading. So, two and two. Anyways, the guards who brought you here said that they weren't able to remove your equipment from you. But in my opinion, that won't change anything about your destiny here. I don't see any exit in this room. How did that we come in? We came. You came through by this column. It is the only way to enter and the only way to way out. How do I activate it? If there is a way, I wouldn't be here anymore. I've been locked up here for 5 years. No one, no one escapes from Boake. No one. The prison of Boake is a secret mine located under the official mine. It is best hiding place for an illegal mine. Too many mines. It's the last place where the soldiers of King Mankata will look. Every cell in this little pocket of the rock is in its depths of the mine. You only get there by Kalo and teleportation are activated on the other side. Okay. The illegal immigrants from Bodia, those condemned to death and end up here and fill the pockets of their corrupt nobles of Isao. I was captured years ago by the Kodos. To survive here, you have to dig up the Aurionite in the soil and all the wells, in all the walls. At the end of the day, you put what you gather on the Kalo and they send back food. It seems that those who dig up the best in the week receive a visit from the guards. They let you walk outside for a few minutes. But for 5 years, I've never had that privilege. If I were you, I wouldn't count on it either. Apparently, it's my only option. I'm going to lure the guard here, and from there, we can escape. If you want to dig, you have to touch the Kalau. It will activate the Orionite pulling system. Pulling system? Pulling Orionite? The Kalau you... Steph knows. Anyways, the Kalau will show you how it works. We should join our efforts when we dig. That way we'll have more food. Okay, so if this is the only way in and out, why are there bars here? You want to dig prisoner 46664? Yes. Prisoner 46664. I am Enzo Cordiodon, King of Zama. You should not. You should let the Bilandil know I am being held here. We're not going to waste time learning all your stupid names. Since you're being so insolent, you'll only have half rations today. How do I dig? Now that's better. Here's a manual. It's not too complicated. You supply us with Orionite, it will give you food. Honestly, I'm just reading past this part. Next thing. Let's get the job done. Alright. Wait for food. Quickly, leave the Orionite on the color. Hmm. Okay, I forgot to read that. Yeah. Thank you for leaving me your portions of food. Today is my favorite menu: chicken bones and rotten carrots. They even gave us some roaches for the dessert. We still have our food reserves in our corral. Irene, you have to eat something. Why? Don't give up. I'm going to get us out of here. I just need to draw the guard over here and we can escape. Enzo, stop it. Stop lying to yourself. We're doomed. We'll never get out of here. You just won't face the reality like always. Do you hear what you're saying? I'll pretend that you didn't say anything because you're not yourself. Tomorrow I'm going to dig as much as I can and draw them over, and we'll escape. Do what you want. We have to get out of here. Everyone won't hold up much longer in this condition. Come on. I don't need contact sensitive word things. Come on. There we go. Alright, so the only weird part is you have to be right in the right spot to activate things. Right in front of people to talk to them, right over something just to get the contact thing. See, right there. I almost missed that. Yes. Alright. Alright. No, it's gonna be weird if you just find out that the Boljas are just, or the people of Zama are just the descendants of the Bolja who basically had it where their true heir or true bloodline went all the way to Zama, and then they wanted to make sure that they didn't get taken by the others because of some sort of coup inside the larger tribe. Now, this pilgrimage is not only understanding the lineup of Zama, or the bloodline of Zama, but to truly reunite the entire kingdom by having somebody who understands all tribes. That is my assumption. Cough, cough. It's not too late. They'll have to take the bait now. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I keep forgetting the word. Alright. Somebody new. How did he get in here? Did the guards take advantage of me being asleep? How did I miss this opportunity? And let's see. Who are you? How did you get here? Who am I? I don't know anymore. That question reminds me of something a long time ago. How did you get here? Answer me. I don't know anymore. I wasn't alone before. She was there. My darling, she hates me now. I'm tired. Seems he's lost his mind. Unless I'm the one who's no longer knows where I am. The eagle's flight begins where the sparrow's ends. I've never been so frustrated. Maybe I should kill myself. If Irene agrees, maybe we could do it together. When you go to the well, you'll always find someone to help you put the water gourd in your head, on your head. What? What am I saying? I'm going insane. If an animal tells you that it can speak, it's probably lying. A kernel of corn is always wrong in the eyes of a chicken. Even the fish who lives in the water is always thirsty. However far you pee into the wind, it will always end up coming back on you. Okay, but wait until you've crossed the river before saying a crocodile is ugly. Give us a break with your stupid proverbs. Breathe. If the cell is closed, where does the air that we're breathing come from? Better not give her any false hope. I've not found anything yet. Right. Here I can feel a breeze. What are you doing? I've got to get out of here. No one can escape from here. By insisting you'll do nothing but increase you and your wife's frustration. I have to try. You're lying to yourself. You're distorting reality to avoid accepting your limits. Sit down and enjoy your last moments. The situation is futile. You always cling to illusions, and every time you never accomplish anything good in your life. By standing here, you can at least control how you lose. Never try because you fear failure. All these stupidities you've been serving for days. It was just to reach this conclusion. You know deep down that the world will always be stronger. You don't have the power to choose your future. Every time you tried, you failed. Ngarba, Boldio, Isao, and now here. I never told you anything. Who are you? You know who I am. You're the only person who has seen me in this cell for several days now. I am I'm Enzo Koryodon, King of Zama, imprisoned for 60 years in the prison of Boake. I failed to gather my legacy, and I don't know what I have become of my city Zama. My wife, the Queen Irene, committed suicide in front of me. I tried to escape this prison, but I never succeeded. But when I really think about it, I have always been in the prison, imprisoned by my duties as king, a husband, imprisoned by the cycle of life, endless fights and failures. Why get out? Why struggle? By destroying myself, I am at least master of the only true and inevitable thing, failure. Alright. Did you hear me? You are going to fail. I am your future. You have never escaped your destiny. Yours is to die here, all alone. You're not my future. You're my fear of failing. You're the part of me who victimizes himself, who is going to stare into the stone for 40 years. I won't make this choice. I'm afraid of failing. I feel frustrated of not having evolved, but I'm going to follow my legacy and find a solution. I accept the power of the world, but today I choose to be stronger. An exit. My intuition was right. I have to get out of here now with Irene. Okay. You won for today, but you'll return to me, son of Koryodon. You're not free here or anywhere you will never be. You may not have the choice you want, but you do have the choices nevertheless. Play the cards you have in your hand and don't cry over the ones you don't have. I clung to this lesson for Zama that you forgot. Hmm. Okay, the Aurion is vibrating from this feeling again, or who summons me from the great veil? Receive my vibrations. Receive the word of those who search but have no clues. Those who continue their journey even when darkness fills their hearts. You succeeded in taming your fear of failure. You understand that you must accept things before changing them. This harmonizes your Aurion with the water. On the road of living, tragedy is often inevitable. The world dictates the conditions of battle and imposes its painful pathways to destiny. Then anger and revolt will not be enough to move on. When you are crushed by your weight of the evils of this world, your soul has to embrace the path of adaptation. Like the water that changes based on its environment, adapt and survive, King of Zama. Toughen up and become the ice in the face of the coldness of men. When you are the victim of fire and the hatreds of others, stay free inside yourself. Be instead like the stream that is scattered by the wind. Finally, when facing the unexpected, be like the water of the flood who accepts the form of the river. Accept the conditions of your battles and be patient and focus as you adapt your steps. Okay. Wait, O King of Zama, why don't you guide me more quickly? Tell me what to do to save Zama. Give me all of my legacy so that I can defeat Ngarba and his soldiers. Doesn't Zama mean anything to you? The Great Veil only opens if your soul calls for it. Yours called to see the reflection of its anguish, to correct its vision deformed by the troubled lake. Your soul didn't call out to save Zama. My soul isn't trying to save Zama. The Great Veil is closing here. Goodbye, my son. Receive the flood of the ancient kings of Zama. Keep on searching. You will understand one day. I can now whirlpool. Good. Am I the problem for my own legacy? I need to get a better understanding of the nature of Aurion. But the most important thing right now is to get out of here with Irene. Eddie, what? Were you hoping they'd still take us outside for a walk? She saw it. She doesn't even see what is happening. Hey, Utamu, darling. I found a way out. Come see it. You've done it. I'm not dreaming. I told you we get out of here. I was able to keep going because of Zama's teachings, and I had my second awakening. We should hurry up and leave. We don't know if they will see us escaping, and we also don't know what's on the other side. Aren't you coming? I'm ashamed of myself. I'm not strong enough. At the time you needed help most, I was just a burden to you. Ever since Bodhi up, I've tried to keep up, but it's just too hard. Maybe I should stay here. You married me when we were in Zomley. You aren't obliged to stay with me in the hell outside of it. My brother brought disaster on your family. Perhaps it's just ancestral justice that I should be paying for his crime. Utama, what are you feeling? What you're feeling is understandable. I went through the same thing, but we were at podium. You refused to abandon me when my anger was unfounded. But our paths will be tough and even filled with suffering. We aren't always going to come out on top, the way it was in Malik. You must have the courage to go on without any guarantees. I can't make that decision for you. Why do you still want me? Or do you feel it's your duty? You don't owe me anything. I wouldn't blame you. Because I love you and you're my wife. We didn't get married expecting everything, including us, to always be perfect. It was you who taught me that. We just promised to always be the best when facing the worst. We will grow together, and when you grow, you fall. And sometimes it hurts. Sometimes growing together means accepting that we often hurt each other. I'll forgive you and we move forward, and then you can do the same for me. You've been teaching me that since we were children. It's my turn to remind you of it. Thank you. Thank you for reassuring me and staying with me. There's a smile I wanted to see. If you want to thank me, then never lose it again. Alright. Skip from Boake. We're going to go down the wall and avoiding traps. Cool. And for now, we're going to wait. Descending is probably going to be easier, but hey. Good, some good progress today. Either way, this is Black Fist and Red Blade signing out. Have a good one, y'all.